Super Bowl game must be going on. I don't know. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty angelsnupnup7. I am also your soul brother, number one. I just want to make a quick video, if that's all right with you. Most of you are getting ready to watch the football game, and that's expected. Our minds is sport and play and having fun and having a good time. I don't understand how you are able to do that living with racists. I don't. How do you have a good time living in oppression? But then you're not really having a good time. It's a way, just like the slaves, it's a way for you to get away from reality for a while. Get drunk, have some beer, screw around. The same thing the slaves. When the massa gave the slaves a day off, that's what the slaves done. The same slave mentality, so I understand that. So I don't expect too much action, not on Super Bowl Sunday. Nevertheless, I want to talk about real quick and bring a message to our pro-black, Pan-African, RBG, Black First Nation, whatever the hell they want to call themselves. These persons who seem to be obsessed with angelsnupnup7. I do not go to your channels. I will listen to your material now and then, but I don't comment. I don't go to your channels. I don't leave comments. I don't want to talk to you like that. There's nothing to talk about because you have no integrity. Here you are, you dare come to our house, whether it is this house or any of those on this platform house, and you leave comments with these words I'm talking about unity. You have no intent. And when you look at Black and Pan-African with these words, African and Black, wherever you may find them, you will see division, you will see confusion, you will see hatred. And that's exactly what these persons that no longer is on this platform, because that's not what they are about. They are wannabe racists, wannabe slave owners who want you and me on their plantation with their own sick version of some kind of morality. And you should not want that, because they do not represent freedom, justice, and equality. They represent more dictatorship, more slavery. So it seems as though they cannot keep angelsnupnup7 out of their mouths. They cannot go on to do all the work that they claim. This work we don't see. We don't know what it really is about. I don't know what this work is. But they are doing this work, but they still find time and make our videos. Still got to talk about angelsnupnup7. Do you know why? Let me diagnose your mindset. Do you know why? It is because the truth and the strength and the power that come from this ministry, you wish you had it on your side. But you decided, because of your selfishness, you decided because of your greed and your arrogance, you decided instead of being a friend to this power, that you would rather be against this power. I am not to join you. We are to come together as equals. I am not your boy. I am not your slave. You don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me how to think. You're nothing but a slave in racism, white supremacy, just like I am. You have no wisdom. You have no knowledge. You have no understanding. Nothing, no more than what I have. If you did, then your condition would be different, but it's not. And so they approach the brothers and sisters on this platform. I do not tell people not to listen to you. I do not tell nobody what they do, because everybody here on this platform have their own mind. I don't tell nobody nothing. Now, you're not going to bother Brother Taalik, because you know he ain't down with you. He knows exactly what you're about. So you think that you might have a chance with maybe Sister Nova or Brother Coup Cutter, with your deceit and your fake ass smile and your fake ass unity and your lies. You talked about my wife. You know that's a damn lie. I know it's a damn lie. I talked about your grandchild, call your grandchild trash. You know that's a lie. I know it's a lie. And it did not work for you. Even your own people half-heartedly believe that. Because if it really was working for you, you wouldn't continue to try to find something. See, but the right thing to do is just to admit your error, that you stole from here. That's the first problem. You think that you're going to smile in my face and everything is going to be what they call it, honky-dory, and you stole intellectual property from this platform, claiming it as your own, and then you turned it into something it's not supposed to be. And you don't say, well, I'm not going to do that no more. I'm going to let that go and try to remedy the problem. No, you're going to stand on wrong. But you think you're supposed to get right in return. And then you have those who can't stand people with a different outlook on things. I know about your African. I was that for years and years and years. But when somebody present information to me and I study it and it's valid, I'm not like you. I'm going to embrace that truth. I'm going to embrace that reality. See, the problem is you have studied John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben and the teachers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You studied and all these other so-called scholars. You studied and you bought all these books and you think that you know it all. And now you feel like a damn fool and you feel silly when people like myself and others present information to you that show you that is not quite right. And you don't like that. You're no better than Christians or any other persons who believe in religion when you show them that your religion, that your spirituality is not real. It's fantasy and fiction. Instead of accepting that, you'd rather stay in your wrong because you're not right. You're not righteous. So I don't say nothing, and you can tempt those on this platform. You're not going to get anywhere because they are self-thinkers. They already been where you at. Been there, done that. And they are able to see the flaw in that. That's why they're not there. That's why I'm not there with you. Because there's flaw and there's error. And above all, you're a bunch of losers. You're not going to do anything different than what you've done in 2019 or 2018 or 2010. The same old loser winning ways. And then, when you can't get your way, if I ever see angelsnupnup7 in person, I'll do this to him and I'll do that. Well, the only thing I can say on that is do what you have to do. That's all I can say. Do what you have to do. Because you're a liar. You have no integrity. You have no honesty. You have no creativity. If you had creativity, what do you need anything that comes from this ministry? What do you need it for? Go to your God. Go to the scholars. Go to the information and the research you've done. What you need anything that's affiliated with me. But you're not. You're not that smart. You have no creativity. You have no vision. You have nothing. You're just a bunch of slaves wallowing in the water, trying to find freedom. You have no idea what you're doing at all. Looking for a Harriet Tubman, looking for some kind of savior to come save you. That's what you're doing. So I don't tell people not to listen to you. I don't tell people to talk about you behind your back. I don't talk about you behind your back. I put the title. If I want to talk about you, I put the title in the video. I'm talking to your ass. As long as you're stealing from me, I'm going to talk about you. As long as you're a public figure and you're stealing from me, I'm going to talk about you. Do what you have to do. And keep making up these lies, grasping for straws to try to justify trying to hurt or wanting to hurt another black man that you claim that you love. Somebody disrespect you. Ain't nobody said nothing, disrespect you for nothing. It's a kind game. You know it's a kind game. I know it's a kind game. And all those who really listen know that's a kind game. And clearly it's not working. That's why you're here. I'm not on your page. You come here with me. I'm not interested in what you're doing because I already know you're not doing anything. You get your jollies of me. If you really want to prove me wrong, if you really want to prove others wrong, accomplish something in your damn life. Accomplish something. A bubblegum machine. Anything. And then this month we have that loser convention, Savior's Day 2020. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is going to speak. He's not going to give you anything that he done last year because he did not do nothing last year. So he cannot report any progress of the work that you're supposed to be doing because there is no real work. Not no real work. A little tiny, yeah, I give you credit. It's like putting on your clothes and you put on a pair of shoes, but you're not fully dressed. That's all you've been able to do for 40 years is put on a pair of shoes, still no shirt, still no drawers, no socks. You just was able to put on a pair of shoes. One shoe. You are accomplishing nothing. But that is what black, anything affiliated with black and African, you're a loser. That's what it was designed. Wherever you find black and African, you will find hatred, confusion, and division. And that's what you hear from these persons. Because I don't bother them. Never did bother them. You angry at me because I won't be an African. You be an African. I don't see nothing African you do. There's no African language that you speak. What African do you do? You are native, you are aboriginal. What do you do native or aboriginal? What do you do except run your mouth? You don't live that life. So why talk about it? It's like a gang member and you don't belong to a gang. You're just talking about it. Like a lot of rappers used to do. A lot of rappers used to rap this gang stuff, and some of them never even lived in the hood. But they're a gangster rapper. That's what they rap about. Gang life. Never been in a gang. And that's the way you are. You've never been African. You just rapping about it. You've never been Aboriginal. Y'all just rapping about it, perpetrating a fraud. You're not real. I don't want to do that. I accept who and what I am. I'm a soul brother. I'm soul brother number one. I inherit soul brother number one from the Godfather soul brother number one, James Brown. Since that title is not good enough for you, it's definitely good enough for me. I inherit the legacy of Don Cornelius, who founded Soul Train, and the brothers and sisters who gave us soul. And without soul, you won't have a life. Soul is life. Soul represents our own uniqueness. I don't want to copy. I don't want to be a fake ass Arab running around here, Bismillah, Rahman al-Rahim, spitting bean pie juice all over the sidewalk, trying to be somebody that you're not. And some African or whatever, or Aboriginal. And then when those people come and tell you that you fake, you get all upset. I'm real just as you. Well, the real is telling you that you fake. That's like a diamond telling a cubic zirconia you fake. How is a cubic zirconia gonna tell a diamond you can't? The real thing is telling you you fake. But that's y'all problem. You have to deal with that. I don't want to be that because I'm better than that. I'm unique in myself, and I'm happy in my own skin. I don't care what my ancestors were. They could be African. They could be Aboriginal. They could be from the islands. I don't know. I know what has happened to cause me to be who I am today, and that's where I'm going to stand. And I don't give a damn how angry and upset and foam at the mouth and y'all spit and have temper tantrums and whatever you do, that's not going to change nothing. And because of your attitude, your nastiness, your vileness, your disrespect, now, instead of trying to work with you, I don't want nothing to do with you. And I recognize that y'all are filled with hate. And you are just like the FBI called you, black identity extremists. That's what you are. A bunch of chocolate-covered racists. That's what you are. Your mindset is the same way like David Duke or any Klan member. The same mindset, same mentality. Except you have dark skin. That's all. You're a racist wannabe. If you had the power, you would murder and you would kill and you would destroy just like the racists. You ain't no damn different. You would own slaves just like they done. There's no doubt about it. So I don't want nothing to do with you. Get my name out your mouth. Leave me the hell alone. And you don't have to worry about me making a video about you. Stop taking my intellectual property like it's yours and telling the people this is how it goes. That's not how it goes. Because the Mississippi campaign has nothing to do with that garbage that you're talking about. Mississippi campaign is simply a political movement, a political idea that benefits all of the people. Actually, it benefits more than just soul brothers and sisters. Here are some results. All of the people. Just like the Civil Rights Act. The Civil Rights Act don't care if you're homosexual, you're gay, or you're married to a white woman, or whatever. It's for this particular, in the beginning, that's what it was for. That's what we thought anyway. Has nothing to do. Reparations goes to those who are descendants of slaves born in America with African or Aboriginal ancestry, however they want to identify or label it. They don't care nothing about your personal life. I do not care about what you do in your personal life. I don't care nothing about your personal sin. I have sins of my own. I just know that we as a people, as a group, deserve freedom, justice, and equality, all of us. I don't care where you find yourself in life. Whether you're laying up in prison or whether you're Oprah Winfrey in a 10 bed, 20 bed mansion somewhere. It don't make any difference. But this is not what Pan-Africanism represents. Your kind, anyway. This is not what Black First is, or RBG Nation, or all this other stuff that y'all talking about. You are looking for slaves for your plantation. And I'd rather be dead than go on your plantation. It's not going to happen. And I will warn everybody to stay the hell away from you. Y'all fake. You don't mean nobody no good. You come in another man's house and steal, and then you turn around like I done something wrong. The same thing that Tariq Nasheed done to Yvette Carnell and the ADOS movement. All of a sudden, Yvette Carnell and Tone, they are the bad guys. How are they the bad guys? It's very clear Tariq Nasheed is the thief. Well, if it wasn't for Tariq Nasheed, they wasn't. Nobody asked you to join. Nobody asked Tariq Nasheed to get on board and promote ADOS. That's what you decided to do. And it got so good to him, you can't be a follower. You can't be a helper. You want to try to take over because I got a bigger platform. More people listen to me. But see, he's one of those pro-black type cats. And that's what they do. They cause division, they cause hatred and confusion. That's what they do. The enemy in the soul community, the enemy in the black community is Pan-Africanism, pro-blackness, that RBG garbage, and all this other black mess. They troublemakers. You can think for yourself. I don't tell you how to think. If you're a Christian, I applaud you. Be a Christian. I'm going to tell you my opinion about it, but you don't never see me get angry at none of you. You can be a Christian. I have wonderful Christian subscribers. I have wonderful Caucasian subscribers. A lot of them don't comment, but I do. I have many Caucasian subscribers, many intersex and homosexual interracial couples. I have all of it because I'm not concerned with your personal life. I'm not God. I don't judge nobody. I'm not in a position to judge, but I do know this. You deserve happiness after and going on 500 years of hell in the United States of America. You deserve a break today from this oppression. The only thing Pan-Africanism can do, the only thing RBG can do, and Black First, is make your situation worse and give you these fairy tales. This what we gonna do. All praise due to Allah. John Henry Clark. That's all it's about. We gonna do this. We gonna do. But it never gets done, except talk. You have thousands of these people, and they can't get nothing done. They are incompetent. So really, they're angry at angelsnupnup7 because they know and they can hear from this rostrum that I am a powerful voice. And they wish that I would be on their side, but I cannot get on the side of that which is in error. I've been there before. I know what that's about. Pan-Africanism might impress you. Black First might impress you. The RBG, Marcus Garvey thing, whatever. All that stuff might be that don't impress me because I'm looking for results, and you see no results in that stuff. You see no accomplishments. If it is, please come to the chat room or put in the comment section later on Make a list. Since 2010 and 2020, what have all these people, put them all together, include the big boys like Louis Farrakhan and some of these guys, put them all together, what did they accomplish between 2010 and 2020? Absolutely nothing. And you want more of that in 2020. You want more loser activity. I would rather do nothing than be a loser. I'd rather just say, look, I'm a comfortable Negro living in America than participate and continue to waste your time, waste your money, feeding delusions and fantasy and fiction, because it's not real. Go ahead, brother. Teach, brother. Preach, brother. That's all. That's all. You satisfied. That's all you want. It's an intellectual masturbation, intellectual orgasm. That's all you need. Once you get that, and you satisfied. The people, the masses, the group deserve better. And as for me, you steal from me, I'm going to let the people know that's a thief. I'm going to let the people know that's what you don't like. You have no integrity. That's a thief. That's a liar. And that's why you don't want me to talk. That's why you don't want me to speak. That's what you are. You prove that. And then instead of being a man, like you always talk about, be a man, be a man. Be a man and admit that you're wrong. Be a man and admit, okay, we made a mistake, didn't do things right. There's an old song, I forgot who sang it, an old blues song or R&B song. The title is, look, let's straighten it out. But see, you cannot straighten nothing out when a person is not honest with himself. You cannot straighten nothing out with an arrogant person. You cannot straighten it out with somebody who thinks they are know-it-all. When you come to this ministry, I'm original. I'm just being me. I'm not trying to be Khalid Muhammad. I'm not trying to be Farrakhan. I'm not trying to be Malcolm or Dr. King. I'm not trying to be none of those people. I'm angelsnupnup7, soul brother number 1. That's who I am. I'm not trying to emulate. I'm not trying to be. Yes, I was influenced. I'm influenced by Farrakhan because he's an articulate, wonderful speaker. Dr. King and Malcolm and all our brothers and sisters in the struggle. Yes, I'm influenced, but I'm me. And what you get from this rostrum is me. That's why you don't hear me talking about and quoting from books. You don't see me using the screensaver and getting all these documents from all these different sources. Do you know why I don't do that? I'll say that again. Info. I said it again. Do you know why I purposely don't do that? The reason why you don't see me pulling documents out the air and pictures and all that, I want you to think for yourself. I want you to think. Use your common sense. Use logic and reason. Be rational. That's what I want you to do. Be able to think. If you want to pull something, pull the information from what you know. Well, you know, Farrakhan said, and the Bible said, and it says in the Quran. What do you say? What do you say? I know how to listen to Farrakhan. I know what Marcus Garvey done. I know about the Bible and Quran. What do you say? What do you think? Nothing but a bunch of puppets. I know what you're going to say before you even say it, because you're a robot. Praise be to Allah, Father Minister Louis Farrakhan. Happy Savior's Day. Happy Savior's Day. Robots, puppets. I refuse to accept you being a puppet on this platform. Hey, that's my sister. There go my sister Rashida. What's up, Sister Rashida? And Brother Rowan is in the house on a Super Bowl. Sister Rashida, you're not catching the Super Bowl. Hey, tell your daughter, peace. Little Lauren. Got little boys looking at her already. Woo, you're gonna have a handful with the little dark skinned activist, Sister Rashida. I'm not here to bother nobody. Matter of fact, my sister Rashida is here. And I know if she was here on the platform, she would tell you about how it feels to have your intellectual property stolen. And I was just watching a video with you, Sister Rashida. And it was that Chrissy thing, taking your idea and just made it nasty. The only thing darkism is to Chrissy is a bunch of naked black women in swimsuits and garbage. Sister Rashida, when she speaks darkism, is speaking and bringing us and keeping us on a high level, intelligent, with your head up like you're a king and a queen, a god, not with your ass hanging out going up and down the beach. That's not what Sister Rashida represents. But somebody take her idea and turn it into some mess. And that's not what darkism is about. The Mississippi campaign is not. Okay, Aquan, hold up a second. The Mississippi campaign is not about judging folks and hating people. I don't care, like I told you, I don't care what your personal life, what you do in your personal life. I don't care. That's not my problem. I just want better for us as a people, all of us. Once we get where we want to go, we can figure the rest out. But I'm not going to let nobody bully me. All your threats and all your nastiness and your vileness, you're not going to bully me. It's not going to happen. And we just put into the box a brother that we have a love-hate relationship, I guess. My brother Alquan. What's up, Alquan?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Yeah, I had to get in because the funny part is when you keep saying what you've been saying about these people for the longest time.
Yeah.
You know, I heard you.
Yeah.
And I was like, he seems to be right. But I said, you know what? I guess like the cool cutter, I guess he's gonna have to find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I was like, you know, when they started reaching out to me again, I was thinking, okay, maybe these guys might be cool. They might be meaning what they're really talking about. Mm-hmm. But then I had to find out the hard way. Mm-hmm. That you were telling it like it was when it came to these guys, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I couldn't believe it because, you know, you get on the live. They invite me on the live on Bakari on his channel. And, you know, they said no matter what it is, as long as the goal is the same. Right. We're cool. I said, well, you know, that's fine as long as the goal is the same. But you know, of course, you still gotta establish what the goal is, though. Absolutely. You know, if their goal is Pan-Africanism and that's not my goal, then the goal is not the same. You know. Yes. So then after that, they said they showed me respect, but actually I showed them respect because I didn't raise any hell. When I'm a guest on somebody's thing, like when I come on yours, I'm not coming on here to raise any hell. You know, and I invite people on mine. I'm not. That's why T West was scared. He thought I was going to raise hell, but he let his homeboy Muhammad get the thrashing first, the test run, and then he realized, oh, I ain't coming on now. But then T West goes on Aboriginal powers and he gets destroyed. Yeah, I saw that. doesn't make sense. I'm like,
Yeah.
why you're afraid of me, but then you go into the real fire.
Yeah,
come on.
That's the real. That aboriginal power is nothing to play with. I mean, he brings them receipts. He be kicking.
Yeah,
no doubt.
You know, I had to get a little licks in on T West as I was there. But yeah, these guys, man, it's just like you said, man. Damn, you know, I didn't want to agree with you, but God damn it. These guys are just like you tell it, man.
Yeah.
They start off being kind.
Yeah.
Then I invite them on the live, even though it was I'm telling you behind the scenes stuff. It was supposed to have been Maurice Muhammad the first time on Later for Africa 2, I believe it was. It was just supposed to be him and not anybody else, but he kept saying, hey, I want Guy Nollywood and the other dude and Bakari to come on. I said, I don't like Nollywood and I don't like the other dude, Craig. I said, I don't like their style. I don't like the way they operate.
Yes.
So he kept begging me. He kept saying, listen, man, you got your crew. How come I can't have mine? I said, man, after I saw a video with Nollywood saying that he looked just like I think a Angolan. I said, if you really want somebody like that on your team, then you can have him. I mean, if you think that's going to enhance your deal, you know. But to me, that's just going to make it worse. I said, you probably be better going alone.
I know that's right.
So I had the man on the first video. There were no terms, nothing. I just thought it was going to be him trying to explain his B1 and, you know, what he's all about as far as the blackness, you know. There was no, we had no particular topic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he comes on, he's driving, you know, he's usually late on a lot of his lives anyway.
Yeah.
So he's driving, then here's the critical part. He says, I can't present what I want to present. You guys had the pictures and all this kind of stuff to present. But we weren't really presenting to challenge what he was saying. You know, we were just presenting because, you know, we got that capability, you know? Yeah. But he said, you know, I want to be able to present my deal. So he's like, I'm not prepared at this time. Then I was like, oh, okay. Now, later on, they made a video, you know, hate video on me. And then they said, oh, I just dismissed that. I act like I didn't hear that. I did hear what he said. But then Mr. Muhammad proceeded to keep preaching as if he came to prepare, and that's what he wanted to talk about. He kept on talking for an hour or so. Uninterrupted now. Uninterrupted. So then after that, other people came on. They started dropping that heat on him. And then he called that an ambush.
Right, ambush.
I had to laugh, man.
Yeah, I'm accused of being an ambusher too, you know.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, these people got the same kind of talk.
Matter of fact, the first ambush, we was a team because you remember that one video, and Guy was there. Now, Guy is on my platform. My platform, period. Everybody knows that I would prefer, and I'm more prone to saying that we are natives rather than some Africans. Right. So, you know, if you come to this platform and you talking that Pan-African stuff, you know you're gonna catch the heat. Ain't nobody really was jumping on me, nothing like that. But I mean, we just telling you, you just can't handle the truth of things. That's all. That's the main thing. They cannot handle the truth of they cannot see the error in that thinking process. I was watching the video, and your people was showing the documentation. Your people, it's all fake. That ain't real.
Yeah. I'm like, this man says, you heard, I'm sure you heard the part where he said, don't show me a picture, don't show me a drawing, show me a video.
Right, yeah.
I'm like, is this guy out of his mind?
There was no videos and things in those days.
And then he wants to question the drawings made by the white man?
Yeah.
See, now this is the thing. They made a hate video saying he got ambushed. You know, how you gonna get ambushed? Either you know what you're talking about, or you don't.
Or you don't.
You can't get ambushed if you're telling it like it is.
Yeah.
But we didn't ambush the man. The man's been watching my videos before. He knows how it goes because I've seen him comment on some of the videos before we had in the past. He knows, and they complained that I spoke for an hour at the beginning of my live. It's my channel, but I can't speak for an hour. Come on, set the tone. Come on.
That's what they tell me too. They tell me I can't do it either. I was waiting for five hours before. That's a lie, but you know, but they always exaggerate stuff. Just like the recent controversy, that man Maurice talking about. I disrespect his wife. I did not disrespect his wife. I was speaking in general. If I wanted to talk about his wife, I would have just made it very plain. I'm talking about your wife, trying to dish your wife. I don't do that.
I'm gonna be totally honest with the wife part.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't really specify, it was closer to implied than, you know, even though you didn't specify, so I can understand his little anger there. Now with the grandchildren, you didn't say nothing on that. You said what they think about it.
Yeah.
So, but they exaggerated on that too.
And they flipped it.
Yeah. So that is the thing that made me say, okay, but anyway, let me fast forward, try and make it fast.
Go ahead.
So after that, he claims he got ambushed and all that kind of stuff. So I said, okay, Mr. Muhammad, because he said, let me present my thing the way I wanted to, just you and I, nobody else. So I said, all right, check this out, man. I'm gonna give you however long you need, 2 hours, whatever. You do what you got to do all by yourself. And I think that was 2 weeks prior to when that happened. And in between that time, as you know, I was trying to get T West on. Yeah. And T West, you know that man just came up with a whole bunch of lies. I proved that he was lying. Because when he showed that video he did on me, he didn't, you notice how when he was going over the email, he didn't go down the whole email. You know, he's like, okay, that's enough of that. I told you the whole email. My man was lying. So then T West, because he didn't want to take me on, my man got slick. And then he brought Muhammad on. And then he thought Muhammad was going to tell some secrets about me. But see, now you want to know why I'm faceless. Yeah. Because see, now what if I would have known Muhammad like that? And then Muhammad goes on the air with this guy, start dropping everything about me. This is why you got to be concerned about people. And then if you've seen that video I made, Attack of the Coons. Yeah. That's another reason why. Because that's a sick stalker, crack fiend, literal crack fiend, stalking me. I don't have nothing to do with this guy, but he's stalking me. They're mad because my thing is rocking and theirs is flopping. You know, that's what it is. So anyways, Muhammad went on T West. And you know, T West thought he was scoring big points. If Muhammad knew about me, then I would give it up to T West. That would have been some big points. He would have scored. But that didn't work. So Muhammad then came on after that, you know, because he was like, I guess he thought, okay, well, I'm on T West, so I'm hitting the big time now. And then I said, well, what to T West behind the scenes? I said, you should let Muhammad come on and do his expose. Or Muhammad, I think I said to Muhammad, you should go on T West and do your expose. But I said, if you still want to come over here, I'll let you do that. So that's when we got into that live. And then after 2 weeks or so, I'm thinking to myself, and I'm being totally honest with you. I'm thinking, because he said he got his team. He said that's his team, Craig, Bakari, and Guy. Like, that's my team. So I'm thinking, okay, they're getting this together. And they're adding T West into the think tank. You know, I'm thinking they're going to come with it, you know? Yeah. So I'm expecting all types of, you know, data, exposés, everything to prove the case, or at least to, you know, make a mark to say, hey, you not so fast, people. Here's the fact. But instead, he came on not ill prepared. He came on with nothing. You know, T West says he said he was the source of his information, which maybe that might work on his audience, but in nobody else's audience, you're not the source of nothing, T West. But Muhammad, he said he didn't have to prove a thing after but so many hours of talking. So, and then after that, they go doing the same thing like you said. Mr. Muhammad got stomped. And again, it wasn't even supposed to be a debate, but apparently they like to debate for some reason, but you can't debate unless your information is sound. And then when you get stomped, you can't go around saying, oh, I won. I mean, the consensus is pretty clear. Everybody in my chat said it was an embarrassment.
Yes.
I mean, but he insists that he won. Even I saw the video where his crew was commenting on it, and they said, you could tell it was BS just to make him feel good. Oh, Maurice, you won that one. But I said, see, this is the problem right here, man. When you're wrong and you can't admit it, not just on that, but just on what their whole ideology is.
Yeah.
Like even with Umar Johnson. I just heard one video they were making. They said, oh, I agree with what Umar said about Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
I'm like, you just going to agree with the guy because he's the so-called Pan-Africanist and he has clout or name. Yeah. So now you want to agree with him on that? I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So now they back to hating me. Maurice is calling me a nigger and a coon and working with the enemy. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Did they make their famous physical threat too?
Oh, yeah. That's the main thing that alerted me and got my attention. I said, damn. Maurice said the same thing. He says to you, I'll find you. If I find you, it's on and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm like, Maurice don't want to confront me and try to kick my ass. I can guarantee you on that one. And then he said something to the effect that he was in the military. But I asked him which branch. He said, I can't tell you. All that kind of stuff. And then we were talking about Farrakhan and the things that he said about Farrakhan, saying that he was a mulatto and that he might be Jewish and his white grandkids. He didn't want to believe any of that, even though Farrakhan said it out of his own mouth. So then he's like, do you put your life on that? And do you, if you are proven to be a liar, can I come and take your life from you?
You're always doing that crazy stuff.
Yeah, I said, you know what? You can.
Yeah.
And then on his live, some lady with the glasses was she's not even from the damn United States. She's trying to get in our business. That's why I talk the way I talk, because those are people that come around, they're getting involved in things they don't need to be getting involved in. So he's like, oh yeah, you didn't prove nothing. I said, I put the links on Farrakhan saying that he was a Jew in the video. Somebody help me. I forgot their name, but thank you. Their name is there because they helped put something up there too. Now, I'm still waiting to find the exact video because you know how it is. You got to go through all these speeches where Farrakhan, he did say he was a mulatto. He did say that. So Maurice Muhammad is lying on that point, and he's protecting the white man because this man also said, he always says, damn the cracker, the enemy. We got to fight the enemy. But then he says, I love Donald Trump. That's what made me say, all right, man, okay, there's no reasoning with this guy, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they can't make up their mind. You know, just like this thing, they like to talk about make mockery of my situation, going, you know, being in the crazy house, whatever. But also at the same time, they'll talk about the school to prison pipeline and how unjust the system is. So I guess that don't apply to me. You know, I didn't get caught up in the unjust criminal system when it comes to me. Everybody else, those poor innocent black men, but angelsnupnup7 said, oh yeah, he deserved, the white man was right on him.
I'll tell you this, man, after dealing with those dudes, I'm starting to wonder if they spent 10 years in the crazy house too. I mean, because it's unreal. And then you was there when Maurice came with his sob story and try to put on these crocodile tears and all that. You know, they put on a front. Yeah. But it don't last long, because when he put on that front, and you know, unfortunately, Cool Cutter, you know, he went for those crocodile tears. Soon as they left my platform, they went to their channel. Then it's right back. That angelsnupnup7 is a nigga. I kill him and blah blah blah. You know, they just fake. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. I did see their live that they put on.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's something else. But see, I think these people are like that all facts guy. The way he's conning Tyrone and taking over his show and trying to con the audience and say, and then once they score little points, they're feeling happy. They're like, okay, I got people believing my story, you know?
Yeah.
And then they start feeling good. And then, you know, but they're lying. Now you got to fight back and prove people are liars. But see, after the live I had with Muhammad, and I realized this man's going to lie no matter what is proven or disproven. And I said, I can't deal with people like that.
Yeah. I don't bother nobody. I have my opinion, and maybe I bring it so raw it hurts folks' feelings or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, that's the person.
Yeah, you do bring it raw too. Right?
But that's just how I have to. That's the way I do. That's how I roll. That's how I do. The way I look at it, and the Sister Noble talked about it too. You know, I was involved in this blackity black stuff since I was a child. You know, way back, 8, 9 years old or whatever, and I was taught all this African stuff and black conscience. I done that. I've been there, done that. It didn't do nothing for me. I don't even know nobody that it did anything for. It didn't do nothing. It's like basically going to church and waiting on Jesus to return. It ain't no damn difference. Same stuff. We need something. We need something that all the people, that we can get a good majority of the 40 million plus people in this country, where they can say, no matter what, if they're Christian or Muslim, wherever they are in life, I can support that. We can do that. That's what we need. Something that can do that. I'm not in your bedroom. I don't care what you do in your bedroom. I don't care about all that kind of stuff. I just want to see your situation, our situation as a people change. If we can do this and liberate ourselves, then we can work all these other things out among ourselves. But it means nothing as long as you live in this country, because it don't make no difference, because the things that you talk about you don't like, you living in it now and you can't get out. So what difference do it make?
I think after dealing with those people, I think different ideologies, they can't work together. That's why I think if people believe what they believe, you work that out. Don't worry about trying to indoctrinate other people. You work whatever you're working out. If it works, so be it. If it doesn't, you know, it won't. But let other people do whatever it is that they're gonna do. You know, and Maurice Muhammad, Aboriginal Power, is about to. He said, "I'll let you in for a debate." Maurice Muhammad, like, I don't want none of that. You know, so so it's like this Pan-African. See, I'm gonna tell you what it is from my point of view.
Yeah.
When I expose these people, call people agents, it's not because I don't like them. It's not because I don't agree with them. It's because I catch them lying. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about. And I realized I assessed that they're agents. T. West was assessed as a coon agent. And that bared out, because when he went into the lion's den, that's not his arena. And that came to be the case. My man can't show and prove. Aboriginal said you got to source up.
Yeah,
my man can't source up. They show now one picture. All they do is repeat the same old lines everybody heard over and over again. That's all they do. They think that we haven't heard the same stuff that they talk about.
Right.
I mean, come on. So, but these guys, they're not going to change. And I mean, to me, I'm not really trying to change anybody anyway. I'm just trying to present the evidence. You know, you accept it or let it alone, as they said.
I saw a picture. I know you heard of that rapper Nelly. He's from St. Louis.
Yeah.
Somebody who's part of the Aboriginal movement, they put a picture of Nelly and somebody from one of those islands. I forgot what island it was. Nelly's supposed to be an African American. Nelly looked almost just like this person from those islands.
Yeah.
How can you explain that?
Well, those people from the islands came from Africa. That's how they explain it.
Well, even if they did, I mean, wherever we come from, we're going to take on certain similarities and characteristics of whoever those people are, but we're not them anymore. We're not them. And see, this is what people don't understand. You know, I use this as an example. I was born in Mississippi. I moved to Illinois. I have children in Illinois. My children are born in Illinois. Now, even according to the law of the United States, are they a citizen of Mississippi? Because that's what I'm from. Or are they a citizen of Illinois?
Illinois.
They are citizens of Illinois. In fact, they don't even care nothing. My nieces and nephews, they don't even care nothing about Mississippi. We tell them all the time, well, you know, we come from, you know, Greenwood, Mississippi. You know, they looking at you like you crazy. Like, what you telling me for that for? They're not interested.
Yeah, that's the way it was. My mother, she's from Mississippi originally too, and I was like, she would tell us about it.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh, okay.
You know? Okay, yeah, okay. You know, Alquan, when I was growing up in the rural South, we had no electricity. Now this is the 1960s, but in the rural South in Mississippi, when I was growing up, there was no electricity, there was no plumbing, there was no running water. We had to go out to a community well and bring your water into your house. There was no electricity. We burned wood and coal and kerosene. That's how I was raised. That's how I grew up. You know, a lot of these folks cannot even, you know, what are you talking about? Can you imagine, Alquan, when I was growing up, we all took a bath in the same bath water, the whole family. It was like 6 or 7 of us.
Damn, I can't imagine that.
But that's how it was. That's how I grew up. That's the way the adults took it, because ain't nobody gonna keep going back and forth to the well to get fresh water like that. It's a lot of damn work. Then you gotta wait for that water to warm up on a damn coal and wood burning stove. Nobody gonna do that.
So, how old are you again?
I'll be 57 in a little bit.
Yeah, man. The way you make it sound like you know, this is going back into the 1920s or something.
No, that's how it was when I was growing up. That's how I grew up.
Damn.
And that's why I know I can deal with no electricity. I could deal with no water. I know how to. I lived that life for a little bit, not a long time, but I was raised that way. No air conditioning. The only air conditioning we had was a box. You tear up a box and get the paper. And that's our air conditioning.
Damn.
And this is how I was raised. You tell the children right now about how you live, they looking at you like, oh, you know, they thinking that you're a caveman or something. You was born in 18 what? I wasn't born in no 18. I was born in 19. You know, they want to joke about it, but they're not interested. They're not interested in Mississippi. So even no matter where you come from, and then you go to different areas, once people get to different areas, they change. People in Illinois have a different swag than those who live in Mississippi. You know, people in the South talk different. They got those different accents. If you go to the East Coast, they got their own kind of swag, got that little accent on the East Coast that you got. I mean, people just different because of the environment where you live. So yeah, you know, you got so yeah, you can be related to those people or whatever, but you're no longer them once you get established in another part of the country or another environment. You're not them no more. Especially when you start talking about, in our case, once we got here in the slavery thing, we start interbreeding because of slavery. We start interbreeding with other dark-skinned people, other different tribes we normally would not mess with. We started doing that. Then the cracker raped us. Then you gotta talk about the breeding farms. We just a DNA messed up. There is no one brother, there's not one sister that you can say, this is what Africans Americans look like. There's not one you can do that. Now, other people, you can say, you can take a couple and say, this is basically what Swedish people look like. This is basically what the Congolese look like. This is basically what the Chinese look like. You can take two, a male and female, and say this is basically what they look like.
Yep, and that's how Egyptians did it with the drawings on the walls, you know?
Yeah.
Representation.
Representation.
Let me answer this guy. Okay, the answer to the question, Mr. Brown, is yes. Matter of fact, did you get that? I don't know. I sent you something about this cult member from India, Ranjib, I think his name was, around 1981. In the 70s, he had a big cult in India. He had 100 Rolls Royces or something like that. Right. And then they were trying to tax him because they said, okay, we're not calling this a religion anymore. So he wanted to keep his money. And then he moved to the United States. I think it was in Iowa, I think. And the reason why I said, damn, when I was hearing about that, I was like, that's something else, because he's talking about what you're talking about, take over a city and a state. Yeah. But he moved to, I think it was Iowa, some small town in Iowa. See, but he number one, he had a lot of money coming with him, and he had a lot of followers. So the whole followers came in, took over the town. They got voted on the boards and everything, you know, so they were running the show. There were only like 2 white people left in the town who had any kind of power. Yeah. So they totally took over everything, police, everything. Mm-hmm. And then to the point where they even renamed the town after the guy, the cult leader. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But then obviously they started taking it too far, started increasing the taxes and then keeping most of the money for themselves and all that kind of stuff.
Corrupt. They become corrupt. Yeah.
And that's what did them in. But
Read that to me. I want to see that.
Yeah. That was fascinating. I said, damn, it can be done.
Yeah.
But you need some people. You can't go there with 1 or 2 people, though.
No.
He came with an army, basically, and took it over in no time.
No time.
And he's not even from this country.
So can you imagine if we could rally our people in Mississippi? We could take that. We could take it. We already have the numbers. We could take it. But my thing also is, once you are able to do that, now what you gonna do? You know, we don't want to go in there and fall all apart. Then everybody looking at you, and then the state of Mississippi is already impoverished, poverty-stricken state anyway. And then you come in there, take over, and make it even worse.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that. We have to have some kind of plan of action. You have to have some kind of vision in order to go in, be successful, and stay successful. Stay successful. So now you know that it can work. It can be done. Now you can go on. We want Alabama. Now we want Georgia. And see, they begging for states. They begging for somebody to do something that you know they're not going to do. You're already in a position. Let's just go ahead and take it. You use your vote. Use your position. Use the tools that they give you, and just take it.
And once these people they worked the system, and then once they took it over, then they changed the rules, which worked to their advantage. But they got too damn greedy.
Right. See, they became corrupt.
I think the tax, I forgot what it was, but they kind of increased the tax rate and other expenses like 4 times what it was. And then they kept the increase for themselves.
See, we're not talking about that. Matter of fact, I'm even talking about, you know, not telling nobody what to do, but we're asking we would ask the people that live there and all those who live there that participate in this endeavor. We have to change our whole mindset. We don't want to live. We just want to live decent. We just want to live moderate. It ain't about all that, because the money that we save by living moderate, now you can invest that money in other things that can actually get your state rolling. And then when people see that you're successful and they were coming in, now you can create a support system so you can bring in other people so that they can enjoy the benefits of this activity that we're doing. We're not looking to be, you know, mansions and diamonds and all. Your whole mindset has to be different. I'm not talking about we go back to living like the way I did when I was a child, but we're gonna have to downsize, and downsize in a way where you can still be comfortable. And we want to downsize and change things in a way where you don't work yourself to death. Maybe there's a way that we can adjust the way that we work, so you don't have to do 40 hours a week. You have more time with your family. You know, things of this nature. It's just, you just have to figure these different things out. And I know we're smart enough. We can do these things. The main thing is able to rally the people together to show them that this can be done. And what is the benefit? The benefit of having a state as a power base. Because as you know also, if you're able to do that, that means we also control the budget of this state, which could be almost $1 trillion. I don't know what the budget of these states are. But anyway, whatever it is, you will be able to control that budget. You control the school system. You control the National Guard. You are in control, and you're making the laws. You can change the way those police departments do things down there. Of course, if we was in control, that thing in Mississippi with Parchment Prison, that wouldn't even be going down. We'd be straightening that up real fast with Parchment Prison.
Oh, yeah, I found that guy's name. His name is Rajneesh.
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 I can look that up myself, man.
Yeah, I don't know how to put the thing on here, though.
Okay, R-A what?
RAJNEESH.
Okay, yeah, I'll look him up. But see,
this his other code name he used was OSHO, Ashno.
Ashno.
You'll see him. It's just a fascinating story. And I still can't understand. My man had his people totally under control with so much money. It ain't funny. I mean, 100 Rolls Royces. See,
that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. See, that's not our attitude. That's not our mindset. We're trying to do something with us. If that's what we're gonna do, I mean, I would even, if that was my intent, I wouldn't even suggest nothing like this. I wouldn't even suggest it. That's not the intent. The intent is to put us in a position so that we can get into this race game, so that we can be in competition with the immigrants that's coming in here and the rest of these folks, because we're down by 500 years. So we need to do something big in order to get back into the race. We need that boost. We need that extra jetpack to get back into the race. Otherwise, these other little things is nice, but they're not going to be able to get us into this game. You know,
right. Pan-Africanism is not getting us into any kind of game.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Because that's putting other people probably. That's why another thing. Because you commented on one of those shares that I keep sharing with Africa, and I keep doing that to prove a point that there are other people, Asians, currently ruling certain African countries as we speak. There are white Asians in North Africa running the prime prize of Africa, Egypt, Carthage, the Moors, all those areas. That these people are running the show. What are the Pan-Africans doing? The Chinese. The Chinese are spreading their culture in Africa, and they got Africans dressing like them, trying to speak like them. Yeah. What are the Pan-Africans doing about this? Nothing.
They can't do nothing because they don't have no power. They don't have nothing.
Yep, and they're not doing nothing.
And they're not doing. They can't do nothing.
They can go over there, take trips, and charge people quite a bit of money to go and taste some jollof rice and say,
Search for Uhuru. That's what.
That's all he does, man. Is go back and forth over there. That BAIO is supposedly in a so-called beef. They're in a beef now, supposedly, between the Kayla Genesis and the whole list. I'm like, yeah, that could be fake, but who knows? But see, but the point is, they're not going anywhere. If they were serious, like I said, this is why when you had the Afghanistan war against the Soviets, they said Muslims from all over the world volunteered their bodies. They went over there. They said, we are fighting the Soviet Union. Yeah. They put their bodies on the line and they put their money where their mouth is, you know, but these Pan-Africans, they're not doing nothing but visiting. They know they don't want to live in Africa. No. Come on. No. You rather live in the worst housing projects in the United States than live in Africa. You know you would.
Unless you got some real money.
Yeah. Because you know
and be comfortable. Yeah.
Because you know average living in a given African country is probably not too much better than living in the projects, truth be told. Like you said, unless you have some money.
Some money.
You know? And you speak of people like T. West, when you try to tell people like him the facts based on the evidence that you find, he dismisses that. But when you start talking about Africa with black people, he doesn't have much to say. But when you start talking about Libya and Gaddafi, then he had a whole lot to say. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, this is where I'm an expert at. Yeah, you know, Colonel Gaddafi. But yet, when you talk about your own people, these are lies. I mean, he thought I didn't know about Gaddafi, but see, this is how you could tell these people don't even really investigate who you are or what you talked about. So I made a video on him when the man died. And tried to show the man that Gaddafi was not down for Africans. He only did that as a fallback because he presented everything he did to the so-called Arabs first. They laughed at the guy because Libya is an obscure country, or at least it was more obscure before they invaded and killed Gaddafi. Libya only has like 5 million people. They don't have anything. They're obscure. The best they have are Roman ruins and a few tiny pyramids, you know? I mean, they don't have anything. So in the so-called Arab world, then they weren't a major player. In Africa, they weren't a major player. You know? So, you know, but these guys, this Afrosynergy guy, man, all he does, he calls himself Afrosynergy, but most of what he's talking about has nothing to do with Africa. You know, it's all about Donald Trump. So, I mean, I just, to me, if you talk it, I'd like you to represent it. If you can represent it, that means you can be able to open yourself up to questions and proving your case no matter where you're at. Because if you can't stand in a ghetto arena, you can't stand in an internet arena, how are you going to stand in a collegiate arena? How are you going to stand up to scrutiny with, I don't want to, you know, try and say that because people are white or Indian or Asian that they're more clever, but goddamn it, they know how to trap people. Yeah. You know, if you debate one of them, you got to come with it. You got to come with sources too. Now they lie too. Don't get me wrong. And you can prove them to be liars, but I'm just saying, don't come based on a lie. Come with the truth. Now, if you're unaware of the truth or the truth is too shocking for you, all you have to do is assess the available evidence. It's like when I talk about slave ships. Yeah. I don't talk about that just to say, okay, find it. If I say find it, it should be easy to find. If there was, I mean, you think about 100 million people. Right. You should just find one slave ship, at least just one.
We just need one, that's all.
Yeah, you can't even find that. And then when they say, oh, look at the Clotilda, then Guy in Hollywood, he can't even pronounce the name. I don't know what the hell name he was talking about. And that's not a ship. That's nothing but pieces of wood. But then you remember, I don't know, when I showed Maurice Muhammad ships from Egypt and all that, he's like, oh, those are replicas.
Yeah, those replicas. Like, everything's a replica.
Except for what they come up with, right?
Yeah, everything they got is the real deal. Every ship, every picture that y'all show, that's not you know, some kind of problem.
So you can't come up with that kind of defense if you really want to show. So this is why I take him as a joke. You know, it's like when he said, "Where's my integrity?" When he offered, the only evidence this man comes up with showing some YouTube video. Everybody in the chat was laughing. This is the man's evidence. You come up with some YouTube video saying, "Don't they look like us?"
when he's supposed to debate me, one of his sources, the debate me, was his own video. I'm like, are you serious?
Oh man, I mean, this is I question the man's sanity, man. I'm sorry, man, but when you start doing stuff like that, I gotta wonder what's up, man.
He lives in a fantasy world. He thinks he wants to be Louis Farrakhan. He wants to be something. He wants to be Khalid Muhammad. That's the thing. And he lives in this fantasy world. And in his mind, all these things that he's talking about, it's already really, in his mind, it's already come true. And
yeah, I think you're right.
It's a religious type of, they've turned the struggle really into a religion type of thing. It's not struggle anymore. It's not liberation. They done turned this black struggle, if that's what you want to call it, it's religion to them. That's why they say, you don't believe you're African? Why I gotta believe? Right. They gotta use that word believe. You don't know? Because you really don't know. See, the main problem that they have is all of this stuff, including the religions, that most of the religions that we believe in, most of this stuff was given or presented to us during a time when the average person was illiterate. And we just accepted things on face value. This is 2020. People are more critical thinkers. They think for themselves and they question things more than they did back in the past. That's where your problem is. So you happy because they question Christianity and some other stuff, but now you want to get upset because now it's your turn. It's your turn now. RBG Nation, is your turn to be questioned. Black First, is your turn to be judged. And Pan-Africanism and John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben and all this stuff that we've been taught. Farrakhan, now Nation of Islam teachers. Now it's your turn to be judged because clearly you ain't no better. This stuff is just like going to church. Maurice Muhammad is a preacher and they go to listen to him. He's nothing but a preacher. You might as well go listen to T.D. Jakes or somebody.
Yeah, he's a good speaker, you know, like you know, you guys come from that Nation of Islam legacy, so you get taught how to you know, rock the crowd, so to speak, you know. But see, what Maurice Muhammad, see, what he doesn't know is I know a whole bunch of Nation of Islam procedures and history and all that. That's why it was easy to tackle him, because I already knew what his limitations were. But I noticed too that he never addressed why he left the Nation of Islam. Because I said, if you love Farrakhan so much, how come you're not a registered member?
They kicked him. They kicked him out for some reason. He won't say why.
So it's either he rebelled or something, man. Something happened.
Yeah, he won't say why.
But he still loves Farrakhan. That's in his heart. And I think one of his people even said that, I think it was that lady with the glasses on his channel. Forgot her name. But she said Khalid Muhammad left the Nation of Islam and he was a sucker for doing that or something to that effect. I'm like, he got kicked out.
He got kicked out.
He leave on his own?
Yeah. Just
that's
like Malcolm got kicked out. He didn't leave.
Yeah, that's why I say these people in other countries, man, you got to mind your business. That's why I told them, mind your business, man. It's not about you, man. I'm sure you got things going on in the United Kingdom that you could be worried about, you know?
But see, I didn't get kicked out. I left on my own in good standing. In fact, I even contacted Chicago and told them to take my name out of their book of life.
Damn.
And they said, no, we won't do that. So, but I wasn't kicked. I wasn't never kicked out.
So you were really trying to sever ties, huh?
They would the Nation of Islam, those people would take me back in a heartbeat. I ain't no doubt about that. I ain't worried about no stuff like that. I'm not interested. I don't go backwards. I don't go backwards. I go forward. I progress. They need to be coming where I'm at because they're the ones lacking behind. That's outdated teaching. There is no mother plane that's going to become the savior. Been waiting on the mother plane for 80 years, 80 years. No mother plane. There is no evidence of no tribe of Shabbat. It's a bunch of bull crap that we was taught.
That's true.
It's lies. It's lies. And now it's time. This is 2020. We deserve better than that. Let everything come out in the wash. You say that you believe in the truth. Let's accept that truth. But you can't. You cannot.
That's the funny part too. He keeps saying truth has come to you, and we stand on truth, but they keep lying like crazy.
Yeah. Because you know, and then they turn around and talk about Christians. You do the same thing Christians do. Because when you show Christians the error in those teachings or whatever, they just basically ignore you and they still keep doing what they do. Same thing that these guys are gonna do. They believe they African. How you gonna be? Look, I need to get out of here, but
yeah, that Super Bowl's about to start. Who you got for the Super Bowl?
No, I'm not watching no Super Bowl.
I know you're going with Kansas City, right? That's the closest.
No, I don't watch. I might mess around and watch the last end. I'm not a sports person. Never have been. But then I lost concentration. Where the hell I was gonna go? But I'm not. Been there, done that. If you are what you're about, then if you really love your people, black people. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I want to bring about this thing about, look, I don't know if you ever bred dogs or any animals or whatever.
Nope.
Now, if you are breeding German Shepherds and German Shepherds, if you're a breeder of dogs, you register your dogs with the AKA or the AKA or the AKC or something like that. These are the official registrations that you do your dogs with. And people who want purebreds, usually they follow the line and they want to know, do you have your papers on your dog? Because they want to know where these dogs come from. Because they want a purebred. My dog, when I was a little boy, my dog looked like a German Shepherd, but my dog was a German Shepherd Chinese Chow mix. My dog would not be accepted as a German Shepherd, even though my dog was absolutely 1/2 German Shepherd. They're not going to accept that dog, my dog, as a German Shepherd. So how can you living in America, and even according to their DNA tests do not even show them 50% African nothing. And it shows a 20% European and crap like that. So how are you going to be these people and you're not pure nothing? You're not them. If you mix chocolate with vanilla and you're looking for chocolate, people who really want chocolate do not want vanilla or any other flavor mixed in with their chocolate because it's not pure anymore. It don't work that way. You are trying to call yourself a pure Aboriginal or a pure African, and you're not, because you're all mixed up. Even according to the science, because I know they like to say they don't believe in the science. Well, your science tell you that you're not pure. And then I tell them about the NOS, not otherwise specified. That's why they say African. Which African are you talking? You can't be everybody on the continent.
That's what they're claiming now. That's what they're starting to claim now.
Yeah, they trying to. You cannot be everybody on the continent. And the same thing for the Aboriginal folks. You cannot be every Native American that ever existed in North America.
See, we don't claim that though. And a lot of people kind of mix up the message. Now there are some people they got a different agenda behind it.
Yeah.
You keep listening to them, you can find out what it is. But
now on my Facebook, there's a sister, and her family been able to keep up with their lineage for a long time, and she even got pictures, way back, and she proves her point. You know, she's
nobody can prove that African stuff. See, that's the difference.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, see, this whole thing started making me think. Because when I look at my own family, I'm looking at them. And I'm like, what African they supposed to be? I can't figure it out because I've seen many pictures of different African folks, and I've been looking at my own people, just looking at my family as a whole. I'm looking at us, what Africans we supposed to be? And then, when you carry a certain DNA in your body, you can look like anybody in that DNA pool. So people always tell me, you look like you're African. That don't make no difference what I look like. That don't mean that's what I am. Like you have grapefruits. A grapefruit is a hybrid made from a lemon and an orange. Sometimes you can go to the store, and if you're not careful, you'll pick up, and you think that you're picking up an orange, you're really picking up a grapefruit. If you're not careful, because sometimes the grapefruit is bigger than both of them, but sometimes you get those small grapefruit, and sometimes those small grapefruits, they look like oranges. If you're not careful, you'll grab one and think that it's an orange. Because that's in the DNA. That's part of it. But a grapefruit is not an orange. It's not a grapefruit. It's not a lemon, and it's not an orange. We are not Aboriginal. We're not an African. We have become our own unique people, and we've been roasting. We've been developing in this country, going on 500 years. We have no association with no Africans or no Aboriginals or nothing. It's in our DNA pool, but that's not us.
Well, we do have association with the Aboriginal, though. That's proven, though.
What's that now?
I said we do have association with the Aboriginal. That's proven. But as far as the African stuff, that I'm still waiting for the evidence. If they can provide the evidence, I'm
talking about as a people, we haven't grown up like in a tribe or something like that.
Well, some of us have, though.
Yeah, some of us have, because their sister, that's the way her family is.
Yeah, so that's the difference between that and the Pan-African stuff.
Yeah, because you can't see that with the Pan-African.
Yeah.
They don't have no relatives. Like this sister here, she got, and it's a video of another young sister, and her family even still practice the native ways, even in modern times.
Right.
But you don't see that with the African side.
All the Pan-Africans do is go on the map of Africa. You know what? I like ancient Egypt. I like this style.
Yeah, I like that.
Pick and choose. And just to make it look like I'm representing all Africans, let me call myself Amin Ubuti or something like that. And Muhammad, throw that on there too.
Yeah, all that old crazy. When you go on Facebook, they got all kinds of wacky names. I'm like, it's just. But that's like I told you. Wherever you find black, wherever you find African, you're gonna find identity confusion in general. You're gonna find divisiveness, and you're gonna find hate.
Yep, I know they're gonna come with some hate videos after this videos.
Well,
and God knows what I know he's gonna talk about my avatar.
Yeah,
those are Greeks, but look at that hair before you even start talking.
And that's another thing. As soon as Muhammad got off that debate with you, they went to the channel and got to talking about it.
Oh, I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that.
You can't even wait till tomorrow.
But see, the thing is, if you got so much to say, you gotta say it when the person is live. You know, I'm not talking about just talking junk, but if your case is sound, prove it on the forum. Everybody's looking, everybody's watching.
And those guys, like I say, those guys are low-level Pan-Africans or whatever. The ones that really think they know something, they're not even gonna hardly mess with nobody like you and me because they already have nothing coming. But those guys are low-level, and you see they don't know how to debate. They don't know how. They get too emotional over stuff because soon as you stick them, they don't know where to run and they don't know how to hide. They get angry, and I know what it is. You a coon. You a Sambo. That's what your problem is. If I ever catch you, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, I see this guy, this troll has made his way to your. Yes. I thought that was you, man, when he would come on my channel. I guess he's just the instigator trying to start all kinds of trouble, I guess. But see, even with somebody like him, I let them stay on my channel as long as they ain't talking no craziness, you know?
Yeah, he said you're a money hungry scammer.
Yeah. Boy.
But see, this is the thing about it.
Starting to wonder if that's that all facts guy now.
Yeah, it could be. And see, and then when I used to watch Real Talk Real Solution, the only reason why I would listen was because of you, and I would listen because of Tyrone. And Tyrone, like you said, Tyrone is Tyrone be off because he's caught up in that black stuff too,
Yeah, pseudo.
Yeah, that pseudo stuff. He's Alquan smiles in your face and speaks bad about you on his live. I know.
now who are you talking about? Heathcliff Hustle? Because I don't. Whose face am I smiling at? Because it ain't all facts. As I tell those people on TRS, I've been telling them for years, straight up how I felt. Yeah,
because you said I'm going to keep this a secret. I know angelsnupnup7 got this secret about it. See, it's really not no secret. It's old information.
Yeah.
My original name is Lauren Ray. That's my original name. My legal name is Taalik Ibn'rad. I changed it way back in 2006 or something like that.
Yep. Now, I did find a video because I was on one of that guy's video and some guy put some link in there. Yeah. I watched that video and I was like, that's some heavy duty stuff, man.
Well, with that fat.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, now I was always wondering what happened. Now I know.
Yeah. She, just somebody that I shouldn't have even been messing with to begin with, and she talked all that crap, and she didn't, as you noticed, she didn't present no evidence at all, none. She just talking that he did and blah 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 blah. Didn't present no evidence at all, none. So I guess you're supposed to just take her word on face value, and that's an old video. When it was fresh, nobody didn't really get into it. I mean, people have been trying to expose me and stuff like that since 2007. Hit me with your best shot. I'm still here. The only one that's been able to do anything with me is you two, because they take my crap down.
Yeah, but that damn Talk Real Solutions, hopefully they shut up talking about me, man, because, I left, I didn't look back because, I figured, they really it was that All Facts guy. He got pissed with that Hood World Maps video. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw some. I mean, why are you mad about the Hood that video?
No, because he says stupid stuff all the time, and he's always drunk and high. Yeah. But I guess on that one, he looked like an absolute idiot. So I guess he took offense to that one, even though those were his words. Nobody told him to say it. He didn't know where Ethiopia was on the map. He thought it was in the Sahara. And they trying to convince me and act like I'm the stupid one. And they're telling me why Ethiopia is in the Sahara. So he wanted me to take that down. I said, why should I? But he dissed me as he was asking me to take it down.
Yeah.
So I said, then you're going to diss me while you're asking me. That means I shouldn't take it down. Now, if you would have, if you would have just said, okay, listen, I realized I made a mistake. I'm looking like an idiot. Please take it down. But it's still up on Tyrone's channel. Yeah. So maybe he didn't like the comments in the chat room because that validated the fact that he was an idiot, I guess,
I never seen all facts as all facts. I don't know why he takes that nickname for anyway. And really, like I told you, I just listened to that because I was cool with Tyrone when Tyrone was going back and forth with Tommy Sotomayor.
Right, that's how I got involved.
Yeah, that's how I got involved with Tyrone. And then he decided to make this channel, Talk Real Solutions, and nobody would talk no damn real solution. It became it became what it became. And I heard you, I'm like, you make some. Matter of fact, I don't know if it's still up because so many of my channels got taken down. I actually did put up one of your lives from Talk Real Solution on one of my channels somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I forgot which one. I forgot.
Oh, don't say it, because next thing you know, they're gonna say,
"Hey." That's the thing about them guys. They get so petty. They start flagging and all this old kind of dumb stuff, like that guy in Hollywood Jr. His video was about Sonetta, something about Sonetta TV, something about Sonetta. But anyway, that video got over 5,000 some views on my channel, and he could barely break 200 on his.
That's jealousy.
He talked about I'm using him. How the hell I'm using you? And see, the reason why I got that was because I also changed the title. Sometimes the title brings the views in too. How you title things. But anyway, he come get mad. Well, take all my videos down. I don't like you. That's what they do. I don't like you. Take my video. Give me my video. I'm like, ooh, my Lord.
See, the funny part is, Tyrone, we had this little discussion a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And he said, because All Facts, he's the instigator in this whole thing. He was like, well, these other guys, they asked Tyrone, can they use a clip? Mm-hmm. Tyrone wasn't even giving a damn about none of this until All Facts brought all that stuff up. Mm-hmm. And then Tyrone lies and says that most of what's on my channel comes from his Talk Real Solutions. That's an outright lie. Mm-hmm. Less than 5% of what I had up there were even clips from his, and it was mostly clips with my talking. Now, if I got to take mine down, then half of your shit, I'm sorry, half of your stuff on your channel features me.
Yeah.
So you take that down. But see, they don't know. They mess with the wrong one. So I'm going to hit them at the heart. Because right now, even though I got one strike left, I'm already assuming that my channel is coming down. Mm-hmm. So I'm going for the victory now. If that show has to come to an end, Tyrone, remember, All Facts is the one who started it. You shouldn't have been listening to a crack addict and a drunk. But he chose to do that.
And see, and that's that guy in Hollywood Jr., he was flagging my channels. I know he was. He was flagging my channel because every video that was flagged had something to do with the RBG Nation.
Damn.
So I know it was him. But see, the thing about it was, he flagged him down. YouTube put him right back up. Alquan, I had 5 strikes on my channel. You know what? It should be gone.
Damn.
I had 5 strikes. But YouTube kept putting the videos back up.
Yeah, they claim they're trying to get people on this false flags. That's why Tyrone, because I responded to those and I gave YouTube some detail. I don't like the fact that they take so damn long to act, but now if they find out that it's false flagging, Tyrone could be going down.
Sure could.
All thanks to All Facts, a crack addict. That's how you know he's not from the streets, man, Tyrone, because you don't trust no crack addict. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. There's a reason why people treat him the way they treat him.
I thought that show was over with a long time ago. He's still going on, huh?
It was on Blog Talk, and then he took it off and put it on some free conference call. And you watch what I do. I ain't going to say it on here.
Yeah.
But you ain't going to hear about that show too much longer. Then Tyrone's really going to be pissed. You mess with the wrong one. I wasn't messing with these people.
Yeah.
Wasn't talking about them. And then he got upset because I put up the video with the Martin Luther King. They say, "Oh, how can you?" If you listen to his show that he had, that All Facts guy, he was sounding high and drunk on the ear. This man talking about Martin Luther King. How you gonna be doing like that? He was a hero. Now the thing, and the British guy agreed with what I said on Martin Luther King, 100%. Now what I didn't do is what these see when you're high all the time. This is what you think. You hear what you want to hear. I didn't put Martin Luther King down not once. I just told the facts of who was controlling him. That's it. But even if I did put him down, I can't do that. I mean, I'm just saying.
That's your opinion. And then if somebody want to counter that opinion, then they have the right to do that.
Right. And then when they can't, they say, oh, you know what? Let me shut your channel down. And the other thing they kept talking about was the money.
Yeah.
They kept talking about that. Oh, you people gave this man all this money because he's trying to run some
money. You don't
know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that ain't even a lot, but they said they thinking some of that should go to them. They said this is where you got your start.
Yeah.
Just like with Sister Renee, he was talking about her. She got her start from here too. Now you people acting funny. And he talking about he wanted to meet people in person. See, this is why I would never meet. You can't meet people like that because you don't know their state of mind, you know? This man is a nut. This man is a nut.
You're right.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I meet you before I even think about meeting that guy. Even though right now, I'd like to meet his ass. I'll be honest with you. I mean, just leave people alone. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say. Look, just what is Dr. Heathcliff is on you, but this is all I ask. You know, do your RBG Black First Nation or whatever. Y'all do your thing. I don't go to these guys' channel. I don't care nothing about that. I don't bother you. Now, if you want to keep using Mississippi Campaign, that idea, and you want to keep telling people like you the originator or whatever, yes, I'm going to speak up for that. They need to know where the original idea come from. It did not come from Farrakhan. That's a damn lie. You know it, and I know it. And even the videos, they don't show. They always like to show documentation. If Farrakhan had anything to do with the Mississippi Campaign, show the documentation. You're not the only thing that they can show is Minister Farrakhan made a speech in Mississippi way back. I forgot when it was. And he did not say nothing about taking control of a state and the things that I talk about. He didn't say nothing like that. He just basically said, y'all in Mississippi, y'all should be controlling. That's all he's basically said. He didn't say how or nothing. That's all he said. And he got the hell out of Mississippi, got their money, and took off. Ain't been back since, probably.
Damn. Now, you know what? Not to toot my own horn or nothing, but I noticed with that Talk Real Solutions since I left, man, that shit ain't rocking. People are disinterested in conversation. That's why I tell people, man, when you get your little live show, your YouTube channel, stop turning people away, especially if you don't have an audience.
Yeah.
Don't turn people away. Let them come on. That's how you create, you know, you build. Yeah. You know? Like I see your man Craig. Well, I don't know if he's your man anymore, Craig.
Yeah.
My man might have maybe 5 views, but he'll say, oh, man, these trolls are coming here. Then he blocks people. I'm like, man, you should be happy you got a troll. Shit. I mean, come on. I mean, you just can't do that and turn people away. If you get a big audience, then you can start turning people away, but you want people to come.
Yeah.
You know? I noticed that guy in Hollywood. I noticed since he made an appearance on my channel, I noticed his views are going up a little bit. You know? And that's all these people. I think that's all they really wanted. But really, you need integrity with it, man. That's why people come to me, because I got integrity. I'm not bullshitting. If this Heathcliff Huxtable guy is all facts, which it sounds like it might be, again, you got to ask yourself, did I invite this man over here?
You got a real stalker, that is.
Yeah. I thought you were bad. I mean, come on, this guy is out of his mind.
Well, I don't bother you like that. I don't come on and I don't even comment on your channel. I just make my videos and put, and sometimes the video don't even have nothing to do with you. I just put your name in it and roll. Like that last video, you left a comment. That was an old video, you know, from last year or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a replay.
See this guy right here, man. I mean, come on, man. Why is this guy following me everywhere? Why do you come to my channel? If you don't like what I have to say, I'm off for Talk Real Solutions.
Yeah.
You talk your solutions without me. Don't follow me. You don't like what I have to say? You get away. That's all. But if you want to shut me down, I'll be back. I got
a question. I'm glad you brought that up while we got him. Laura. Yeah. Alquan said, yeah, and the meatball steal my ideas too.
Yeah, people still steal my ideas. I see the influence, man. It's from the what do you call it? The thumbnail of videos. People who didn't used to put them up, now they're putting them up now. And that's another thing Tyro was talking about. He's like, I see you take a whole lot of time putting being creative with your thumbnails on your videos. I don't want to take your channel down.
Mm-hmm.
I save every single video, and truth be told, those thumbnails don't take me too much time. I really went in with them. I really create some masterpieces. But
I just want to know how do I take your ideas? I just want to know myself, because I don't mind giving you the credit, and then you do also know great minds think alike.
You know, I'll give you this credit.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that old video of yours when you were talking about the BAIO,
yeah,
I said, "Oh, okay, my man did get on him a long time ago."
Yeah.
So I said, "Okay, well, you know, I give him the credit. Maybe he was thinking like I was thinking." You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you know, I used to go back and forth with that. Well, I don't even know how you pronounce holoplism.
Yeah, I call him whole lip.
Whole lip. Yeah, because you know, I used to go back and forth with him a little bit. Then he just stopped. I said, "Dude, you cannot do nothing with me. That African stuff is not going nowhere."
That's another guy who just, you know, on my channel, I got a few videos with me confronting him.
Yeah.
And the last one, he finally spoke with me.
Yeah.
To a degree before he got upset again, like they all do. You notice that, like you said, that's the trend with the Pan-African. Every last one of them, they get upset when you get the best of them.
Right.
Every last one of them. Next on my list, I want that Umar Johnson. I want that Michael M. Hotep. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I want them next.
You're not gonna get Umar Johnson.
I think I'll probably get him before I get that Michael M. Hotep. He seems to be protecting himself very well.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who that is?
Yeah. You're right. You might be able to get Umar Johnson before him.
You don't know who M. Hotep is?
Not really. I heard.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know who he is, man. But
I heard his name.
Another daishiki wearing fake ass Pan-African who's selling merchandise.
Oh, okay.
And that's why he has to keep the thing alive, because when you tell him about the real deal, block, click, you call his radio station, block, get out of here.
See, this is the thing too. A lot of people, we talk about religion also. A lot of people, some of them was actually born into this stuff. And then some of us have put so much, like some of my family members, they know what I say about Farrakhan is true or whatever, but they've been dealing with this man for 35, 40 years. As far as they're concerned, they're gonna die with the man, okay? So some of these people, they've read, see, look, if they gravitate toward you and me, and they done read all these books about Africa and Africa this and Africa that, what do that mean now? That means all that don't mean nothing no more like it used to be. All that information, all that research, everything that they've done, everything they believe in, it don't mean nothing too much. They're not going to let that go. They invested too much in it, 20, 30 years or whatever.
Right.
And that's a hard thing to do. Me, I always been a truth seeker. I've never been loyal to no belief system. When I was a Christian, I wasn't loyal to it. My mind was always open. When I was a Muslim, mine was always open to it. I'm not loyal to nothing. I'm loyal only to the truth, whether that truth hurts me or not. If I am stealing your ideas, I will fess up and say, you know, Alquan, what you said, and I will. I don't have a problem with that. I said, man, I heard a video that you did, and I'm gonna borrow that.
And Tariq Nasheed been stealing my style too, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. With the thumbnails, he never had thumbnails, man. But since when I started making videos about him, then he started seeing the thumbnails, and all of a sudden, my man started putting thumbnails up.
Yeah. And Tariq Nasheed know who he act like he don't know who I went back and forth with him back in the day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, with Tariq Nasheed. I've been on YouTube since 2007. I was here first.
Now I go back to the beginning too.
My views was just as good. Well, not just as good, but my views, 1,000 views easy back in the day. Matter of fact, if you can find some of my old channels, you will see 1,000, 2,000 views. And my long videos was doing better than my short ones. My little 15-minute video had less views than my long ones were.
I see. Now, Sheed's views are, I'm not going to lie, it's crazy on his, especially on his lives. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I can't believe people are giving money to a man who already has a lot of money and who's not giving you a dime. And
giving you, and doing nothing for you.
He's not, he'll tell you how to put you up on some game on how to Mac, but sell you the book, of course. Go buy the book. You want the whole technique, but when it comes to putting people up on game on how to get what he has, he's silent. Mm-hmm. But you can go to that Black Agenda conference, pay $200, and then maybe you might get some game.
So are they having that conference in Atlanta?
Yeah, I think he has that set. And from what they've been saying, $200 tickets or something like that.
$200 ticket.
Yeah, that's still less than Michi X's top price on her shit, though. I think her top price went up to almost $300.
Okay,
but that's when she had David Banner in them. Oh, and once he dropped off, and he dropped off because of money.
Yeah.
Then she had to change things up. And remember, her partner, that Jice Johnson, she dropped off because of money.
Yeah, because of money.
That's what it's always all about, man.
All about money.
And
that's why we have to talk, and that's why I like a lot of things that you say, because you just gotta have to call them. Some of our people, they're looking for some kind of messiah, some kind of savior or whatever. They just willing to just get a hold, just gravitate toward anybody that smile and skin and grin and basically say what they want to hear.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because
you're not saying what they want to hear. I'm not saying what they want to hear.
People could easily do that, but that would be hustling and lying.
Right. I could easily do it. I know I could, if I wanted to be a Christian preacher or went back to the Nation of Islam, I'm not bragging on myself, but I can guarantee you I can do the teachings of the Nation of Islam better than Wesley Muhammad, better than Brother Ben, better than Nuri, all them guys. I could do it better than them.
I can believe that.
But I wouldn't feel right about it because that's not where we need to be. That's not where we need to be. One of my Christian pastor friends back in the day asked me, to join the church and whatever, and I told him I wouldn't have no problem with that if I felt that way. But I know that's not the way to go, and I would feel wrong. My uncle, one of my uncles, may he rest in peace, he's not too serious about nothing. But my uncle used to watch me, how I used to talk and stuff in these churches. And he pulled me to the side one day. And he said, "Let's open up a church." I'm like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, let's open up." I said, "I'm not no Christian." He said, "I don't give a damn about all that." And this man's serious as a heart attack. He said, "I will be a deacon and you be the preacher. Let's do this." I said, "Man, that's not right." He said, "Everybody else getting paid." Do you think that them preachers and stuff give a damn about nobody? It's about getting paid, man.
Yeah, I had a buddy who tried to get me to open up a church too.
Open up a church.
Yeah, I had a buddy who I went to middle school with. Came across him someplace just out of the blue. He was the last person I was thinking was involved with the church. Yeah. But he gave me his card. He's a pastor. He's like, "Come join."
Yeah.
People only invite you to the church for one reason. And it ain't to praise the Lord, No,
it ain't to praise no Lord.
So I didn't go.
I don't feel right. It's not. I really want our condition to change. That's what I really want. I don't want you to feel good. Truth hurts. Do you know how hard, do you know how it feels Like if you really like a girl and she just tell you, you're just not my type. I'll be your friend. That's not what you want to hear. It's a hurtful thing.
Right.
But I would rather her do that than lead me on and use me for my money or whatever. I'd rather just, okay, you know, a hurtful thing. And, you know, I just, you know, there's a lot of other fish in the sea. But I'd rather deal with the truth of the matter. You'd be better off in the long run.
The more I do this, the more I realize that a lot of black people don't like the truth.
No, they don't.
And the lie, maybe it sounds more exciting, more entertainment filled, or it's just that that's what they're used to hearing. But I think they like the lies. Like with this all facts clown.
Mm-hmm.
The man clearly sounds like he stays high. Clearly. And people know. I mean, if you're from the streets, you know. If you're not from the streets, then maybe I guess you could be fooled. But I mean, this guy sounds like he stays high, and some people are actually falling for his routine. But whatever the case is, they can't hold the audience because they drive away the people who do the talking. And you heard that Angel Lady Love lady?
Who?
Angel Lady Love. She does say a lot of off the wall stuff. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Oh yeah, Angel. Yeah.
Now, yeah, every time she talks, they try to, you know, shut her down. I know she could be repetitive and go on for, I'm not going to lie, one time I did hear her go on for a minimum of 12 hours.
Damn.
Straight.
Mm-hmm.
I was checking in and out, you know. I was going to sleep, then I still had the thing running. I said, damn, this lady's still on. I said, yeah, is this the time? Is this real? Then I went back to sleep, woke up again.
Mm-hmm.
I said, this can't be, you know, but it was. I said, damn, some people could talk like crazy. I understand you got to calm it down, but the main talkers on there, they always hate it. I noticed that Tyrone, he always hated anything that goes against his agenda that he's trying to put forth, which is no religion, tear down the Constitution, break down the government, and hating anything pro-Black, even though he purports and carries himself as a pro-Black Pan-African type of guy, which one of the callers that used to call on pointed out how he had the lion and the red, black, and green and all that kind of stuff as his logos and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's not what he's about. He's against that stuff. And the Egyptian pyramids too. He had that on there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, these are the phonies I'm talking about. And I called him out on that. I ain't just calling him out right now because of what happened. I called him out before. I left this show before. They came back.
The reason why I stopped really participating in talk real solutions, right?
That's what they claim, yeah.
Okay. The reason why I stopped, I just basically would listen. If I had the time, I would stop calling in. Is because those people act like they're so jealous that Tyrone would let me be able to come there and express myself. You know,
right, that's how they are.
Why he gets so much time? You know, what he's saying so special. So I would stop, you know, I stopped calling and I'm like, these folks here, you know.
The funny part is I actually wanted you to call more, you know, see what you can. Unfortunately, you got to come with your combat boots on, man. But, you know, but that's the way it was when I first started calling. Actually, I started listening to that show maybe about 2-3 months before I actually called. And because I was like, man, I don't know, man. You know, I got some different opinions, but I believe in them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how people might receive it if I start kicking that over the air, you know? But then I said, you know what, damn it? I got to back what I believe and what I can prove.
Yeah.
So I started kicking it, and that's where I had the confrontations, started noticing that Afro Queen lady, you know, she was giving me a problem, I guess because she was supposed to be the resident intellectual over there at the time, you know? I guess she felt her title was getting threatened for some reason, so she went on the attack. But anybody who came over there with any type of great insight or knowledge that they were kicking, they would always run them off because there were a lot of people that came through. He could have had a bigger audience, but they just start insulting the people. They're like, what kind of program is this? And they leave.
Yeah. I went back and forth with Afro Queen for a little while there too.
I like to hear that.
And then she just popped out of nowhere and friended me on Facebook and YouTube. I'm like, what? I don't know.
Now Tyrone, he acts like he's so upright and upstanding citizen. But when they left after, just like I left when I hosted the show, because the man wasn't appreciative.
Yeah.
But they left for similar reasons, but also some other reasons. His #1 rule was never call a black woman a bitch on his show.
Yeah.
But after they left, they got called bitches.
Yeah. I have another question for you while you're here. How did you become familiar with my platform?
Oh, well, yours was way back, like in the beginning of YouTube. You were making 99 million videos. Now, I had different names on YouTube early in the time. So, and I was pissed off because I had a channel. Yeah, I didn't realize about the flagging and all that kind of stuff at the time. I didn't know people would do that or could do that.
Yeah.
And I had a channel. I had like 3.5 million views on the channel. It was a variety of stuff because I figured, okay, you just put whatever you want to put on there, whatever you're feeling, you know, which you could at the time, you know, before all these restrictions came out. And then some clown I never even knew flagged my channel down. And it got taken down. And as far as I could tell, never got brought back. That's when I said, I don't like this YouTube too much. But I said, that's when I didn't back up not one video. And I never got them back. And that's when I realized, okay, I got to back up every damn thing.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to, you know, copy the videos and stuff. So
I came across your video. So I was watching. I was like, who's this guy? With the shades, this guy thinking he's cool or something. You know? So I would watch. I would say, you know, I would agree with a lot of what you had to say. Yeah. I think Bakari said the same thing.
Yeah.
But when you started kind of contradicting yourself on some things, I was like, that's what I watch out for when I listen to people talk.
Like what? What was I contradicting myself?
You know, as far, you know, before you were all pro-black, even partially pan-African, and then after a while,
I never was. You never heard me talk that I would say black, but you never heard me talk African stuff. I never was into that.
Well, you know, you were down with the Sarah Suit studies and.
Well, I was trying to be unified, you know, trying to get unity with everybody. That's what I was trying to do. I never really was. I never was what you call a Africanist or nothing like that. I never been that way.
Yeah, no,
I come from, like you said, I come from the Nation of Islam, and Elijah Muhammad teach us that we're black and we from the tribe of Shabazz. You don't teach that we're Africans.
Right, and that's what a lot of people like Maurice Muhammad, they try to falsely proclaim. Even Eric Muhammad, they claim that they are Pan-African.
No,
that's not how it is.
Muhammad. That's not the teaching.
Yeah. And you know Eric Muhammad knows the teaching, so you know he's not telling it like it is. I invited him on my show too. Never heard back from him, but every time he's on his show preaching, he's like, nobody ever wants to get with me.
Yeah, right.
But then I wrote him again. After that last, not the one today, but the one from last week. I said, listen, man, I've been trying to get you on.
Hey,
you ignore me.
You may not know this, but you know, he was married to that fat woman too.
You know what? That's another thing too. When I saw the video from the fat lady,
yeah,
I swear to you, it hit me. I said, you mean to tell me is that the lady he was talking about all that damn time a few years ago? When he's talking about people marrying people, I was like, shit.
Yeah.
I said, what's going on here, man? Damn.
Believe me, that's a part of my life I would like to forget. It was really, really horrible. I was close to homelessness. I was doing bad. Brother Apple, I was doing bad. You know, I had to be doing bad.
Damn. He went through a similar situation or what?
I was struggling trying to keep a roof over my head.
Damn. Oh, yeah,
didn't have no job. I was doing bad.
I see. So you had to get in where you fit in, right?
Hey, you know, whatever.
You said something about her having guns and all that kind of stuff, right?
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, because I swear to you, man, when you just said that about Eric Muhammad, before that, when I was watching her videos, then I was watching Eric Muhammad old video, and I was like, I remember he used to be talking about that. People sleeping with family members and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, this should sound kind of familiar. I said, maybe this is who he was talking about. Now, I guess now you confirm that now. Damn, that's weird. Small world, man.
Yeah, it was a small world. I found out, you know, but they were actually married. I wasn't actually married. I'm not, you know, that was some stuff.
Oh, okay. So he went all the way in. Huh?
Oh, they actually legally registered in a court of law.
Damn.
I never was registered in a court of law. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to be married to her. She wasn't even using her legal name. She was using the made up name, you know.
Oh, shit, at least she didn't go that far.
Lord, it shouldn't have went as far as it did. I was doing bad, Alquan. I was doing bad.
Yeah, I guess you had to force yourself on that, man.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie. Never mind. I ain't even gonna say that because I don't want those guys coming up with no video. So I ain't even gonna say that.
Yeah. So, but man, this is supposed to be a 20-minute video. Look where I'm at.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That Super Bowl's coming on in a little while anyway. So
well, I'm not talking about the Super Bowl. I was supposed to come on here and basically tell them guys, leave me alone. You leave me alone. But I'm going to put a but on that. I'm going to let people know you keep claiming my idea as your own. I'm going to let the people know where you got it from. I have the right to do that. That's my intellectual property. That's my idea. That's where it comes from. Myself and Brother Taalik, we came up with that in late February of 2018. And Taalik told me, why don't we present it to the people and see what they think about it? And I did that on March the 25th, 2018, when I made a video speaking to Minister Farrakhan, what he thinks about it. Would you like to join what you think about this idea? And there's nothing, nobody can show no information prior to March the 25th, 2018 about no Mississippi campaign. And this is a killer thing too. Not only are you going to take the idea and concept, you're going to take the same state too. Like, damn, choose another state.
Mm-hmm.
Take the same state. But I do know that this is possible. And just like you said, I'm going to research this Raj, wasn't it? Raj your name?
Was it Rajneesh or something like that?
Yeah, Rajneesh. I'm going to look him up. But I know that it's possible. Our people was doing it anyway. If them Peckerwoods had left them alone back in the day, they would have just by nature, just by the way things was going, they would have just took control of the state. They would have been in all the key positions to run not only Mississippi, but a whole lot of these other states in the South. Because we got the population. We outnumber them.
Now what that Rajneesh did, again, that proves that it can be done.
Yeah.
But obviously his whole goal was a different type of goal, but but you know, if you come with people, you got, I don't know, maybe I don't know how it is in the South, but up here in New York, if you have a small town outside of New York City, that's probably like, shit, it's gonna be hard to find. You gotta go way upstate. But let's say if you got a town like 3,000 people or something like that, 1,000 people, it's probably gonna be mostly white anyway. But in Mississippi, you might find a town maybe with 300 people or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Could be all white. But see, that's what that guy did. He got a small town, but then he bought an army of people, moved into town, overwhelmed, outnumbered everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it was easier for him to do. So if you do that, you gotta come with some kind of number. I mean, it's gonna be hard to come with thousands or hundreds, but you gotta come with at least 50, at least, you know, something to that degree, you know.
That's why I wanted to recruit somebody like Farrakhan, because he got the national spotlight. He got that pull that we can bring attention, that we could be able to get the people and go there, present this idea to the population there, and if necessary, we pull our resources and whatever, and we even bring brothers, even if they're homeless, give them a home, bring them there so they can become residents, use their voting power, and we can take these positions that we want.
See, later for Farrakhan, I think
I know.
Anybody should be getting in touch with that son of man, because I don't know how many members he has, but he got something that's working. I see him actually building. I think he's in Mississippi.
Yeah, he's in Red Lick, Mississippi.
Yeah, so he's actually doing things. I give him credit on that.
Yeah, he actually, I visited him back in the day when I was 18 years old. Matter of fact, back in the day.
He seems to be open for ideas, you know.
Yeah, we used to get our eggs and some of our bean pies from him. And see, the thing about the Son of Man too is he's cool with everybody in that general area, white folks, whoever is living there. He's cool. His people are cool with everybody.
Yeah, he seems like a cool guy, you know. The only thing is, obviously, he claims to be God, just like that Royal.
Yeah,
I'm like, you got a conflict going on here. How can two guys claim to be Allah? You know, somebody's got to be lying.
Yeah, will the real Allah please stand up?
But as far as building, again, the reason why I like the Son of Man is because he's not just talking.
He beats all of them.
He's doing it.
Yeah, he beats
Umar Johnson.
Yeah,
he with that school. He didn't wait around trying to buy no school.
Yeah,
he built the school.
He built it from scratch. It's not, it's not big and extravagant. See, Umar just wants something big he can show off. Something big and extravagant. Yes. You don't need all that. And plus, where your students coming from?
Yeah. And now nobody's gonna send their kids. Well, some people might still be crazy enough to do that. Send their kids to him, but I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
You don't even know the man.
I'm gonna tell you, I met the man briefly in 2010, and I got a video I show where I met him briefly. He's nothing like that. I think it was L'Oreal. Who was that? They said they met him too. Anyway, he's nothing. When I first met Umar Johnson, he was this professional. He wore the suit and tie. He actually acted like the psychologist type role. That's what he looked like. But somewhere down in the line, he changed. Next thing you know, he's some kind of Pan-African gangster. Now he's the king of conscience and Pan-Africanism and the big boss or whatever. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm be honest with you. When he first stepped on the scene, I was with the man.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this guy's saying a lot of things I'm saying. And I like the way he presented himself. I assumed he was a psychologist and a Dr. Umar Johnson because, I'm like, damn, people coming on the scene lying about that? But apparently that's why I do the videos on all these fake doctors because apparently there are a lot of people that go around lying calling themselves doctors.
I'm going to be a doctor next week. Professor or doctor or professor or something.
Yeah. I mean, professor, so they could take that title because, that's different. But a doctor is, that's something else, man. I mean, but once he, like you said, he used to wear the suits, the shirt and tie, being professional.
Yeah.
Then he started changing, and then the focus was no longer on psychology and the black people. It's on a whole bunch of craziness and YouTube hits and a whole bunch of craziness.
Matter of fact, I started to send him, donate 1,000 to him. And then I had the letter. I didn't put a stamp on the envelope yet. And I was listening to a video and he was talking about this all y'all can give me? $250,000? Y'all some trifling. I'm like, what? He was calling, the folks that donated, trifling niggas. He said, y'all, you spend your money on Jordans and other stuff, whatever. Dude, nobody had to give you nothing. Yeah. These people work hard for their money. They can spend their money on whatever the hell they want to spend their money. They don't have to give you nothing.
And nobody ever asks this man, where's your practice at?
Yeah, where's your practice at? He talking about he has these patients and he can make money without, he don't have to do what he's doing. He makes plenty of money with his patients and stuff. Where your practice? And I don't even see him making videos in a house anymore. It's always in a car or somewhere.
Yeah, people said he got evicted. I'm like, damn. Ever since they said that, it's only been out of a car. Or at school and only on the rock.
He probably gonna end up with the fat one.
Well, at this point in time, where's she located at?
I don't know. I don't keep up with that.
I was gonna say at this point in time, he might need that.
Now, last time I heard that she was in Detroit.
Oh, okay, he might go there. You never know.
Yeah, he might go there.
I mean, or he might end up living in that school. But damn, there's gonna be some rats in there. I don't know if he wants to do that. And Lennon Honor, I was watching some of his videos.
Yeah.
And what's the other guy? Woodgrain.
Yeah.
And looking at the surrounding area, it is, a place to be concerned about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, my man talked about the crime rate around there. It's very dangerous. I've been to Wilmington a few times.
Yeah.
Kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie, it's a boring city.
Yeah.
But the part where the zoo is at, that had a nice, I guess that was a rich area, nice looking colonial look to it, you know?
Yeah. But why would you buy a school and you know you don't have the money to rehab? That's like me buying a car. I know I can't afford to put gas in it.
Oh, you know where that comes from? Remember when I said people steal my ideas?
Mm-hmm.
Because I made one of the videos talking about him. I said, you know what? I said, if you actually had a school, you would end up this, and you show the people, you would actually get more donations than you got before. Because they see that you're actually starting to do something. And
it did. It got them real excited and everything.
Yeah, but now he never goes inside. No. It show a video of him picking up trash on the outside, knowing that the trash is going to come right back. It doesn't make...
He made a video not too long ago. He was actually inside the school because he went into the auditorium and, you know, the basketball courts and all that.
Yeah, I only saw that 2 times when he made the promo video and when he put those women in there.
Yeah.
After that, never seen him go back in.
Yeah. Well, he been in there recently because he was in the auditorium.
Oh, okay.
The basketball goals and stuff.
Well, I mean, if I had a property and I'm getting donations, I'm not going to just let it sit. You know, go film on the outside, talk about what I'm doing. I'm going to, in the meantime, you got to build it up. I don't see anybody trying to build it up. I don't see his Mexican crew. You can hire you some Mexicans to clean it up.
He could just concentrate on the gymnasium and charge the brothers and sisters, you know, a nice, decent price, and they can play basketball.
No, you ain't gonna do that because then you got to turn the electricity on, you know, pay the electric bill, and the heat bill since it's wintertime, you know.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna do that.
And if he can just get that going, that would help him, you know, fundraiser, help him. Because, you know, brothers and sisters love basketball, and it's wintertime, they can't play outside. You know, charge a little decent price, let them come in and do that. Concentrate on just the gymnasium and get that to running. So
I mean, that's an idea.
Yeah.
And another idea, if you really wanted to, I don't know, you may have a separate license for it if you did it. But, you know, sell some of his BS Pan-African paraphernalia in one of the sections of the school and say, hey, this is going towards the renovation.
Yeah.
And then you can keep doing that, and that'll get people interested, you know?
And you can put them both together. You can be selling your material and have them coming in and play basketball. Both of them can go on at the same time in that same place.
Now, if he was serious, he'd be doing these type of things.
Yeah. Instead of letting it, because that's going to waste. You can have, this thing could be helping you make, you know, and plus it's also showing, you know, it's also showing some type of progress. Right. Like, damn, you can go there and we can actually play ball.
Right. And it's coming.
Yeah.
This might change the neighborhood.
Might change it, right. Matter of fact, it would. Because, you know, we love basketball. And everybody start, hey man, you know, we don't have to play outside. There's a good gym, you know, because, you know, a lot of us we actually pay to go to the YMCA and all that stuff to play ball or whatever. And this could be a meeting place. He could even set up his own lectures there.
Oh yeah.
You know, just do the gym.
And people could still come to his lectures so he can charge money.
Yeah.
And have a beverage vending machines at the basketball thing because people gotta get, you know, they gotta get some water, some drink or something.
Set your hell. You can
see, man. Come on, man. Everybody else coming up with these ideas for this guy. He's supposed to be so smart. He should be coming up with this.
Right. You know, don't concentrate on the school like that itself. Just concentrate on that building. Get it to running. Get it where it's going so that people can come in, play basketball, buy some cheap soda pops, keep them on ice while they playing, some drinks. You know, and run.
Now, you know what? I prefer when it comes, I hate to say it, but when it comes to black people, the vending machines, because that way you can don't have to haggle about the prices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. And plus somebody gonna have to monitor that, but with the machine, you just put your quarters in there, whatever, and be done with it.
Yeah. But see, this man ain't real. But see, maybe it's like other people say. Maybe his money's going to some other use.
Like
Yeah. Because, you know, should be able to do it.
I don't know what this man is doing. He do a lot of sniffing though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But with that, you know, what's coming up in a minute. So, you know, us true football fans, we got to see it now. We got to see it.
Yeah, I got to get out of here. I told you, I didn't want the video to be longer than 20 minutes. So, I know I was ready to go a long time ago, but since you was here, and see, this is another thing. See how you come on my platform, and I hear you complaining about me. I watched some of the videos you talk, but you didn't bring that to me. You came here and just started talking and you know, just treated me like we cool.
Yeah, that's what I do. And
you didn't bring none of the other garbage up at all.
Yeah, I try to keep it on topic, you know?
Yeah. And when those other guys came, the first thing, you talked about my wife and why you killed my dog last night. You know, all those stupid stuff, you know. So how you expect me to respond? See, that Pan-African thing messes up your mindset. You can't even think properly.
Oh, yeah.
It's just messed up. I would advise people to stay away from it. And if you notice, in all those people in the chat room, they got the same kind of mentality, same kind of mindset.
Oh, yeah. No matter how wrong they've been proven, they stick with him. And if he tells them to call me a name, they come in my chat room, call me names, even though they don't know nothing about me.
Yeah. And a lot of those guys, remember, they was on my platform first. And now since those guys feel a certain way about me, now all of a sudden their attitude towards me changed. Why was I cool then, but now I'm the same person? I haven't changed a lick.
Hey, man, I'm getting tired of figuring people out. That's why I just try to expose them as what they are and then let that be what it's going to be.
Yeah, just warn people. I would suggest to you, stay away from that. And with that said, we out here. I want to thank Alquan for joining me on this live stream that was only supposed to be 20 minutes long. Thank you. But for my channel, and plus this is the Super Bowl, as far as I'm concerned, the numbers is cool. Thank you, Heathcliff, and thank you, my sister Rashida Strober, for stopping by, and MD 2020, and Laurel, and who else we got? Let me try to catch.
All right, I'm out, man.
Who else is there? Oh, and Rowan, yeah, and Micah, brother Michael Perry. Thank you, everybody, for joining me, and I hope to catch y'all. Maybe next Sunday, I want to deal with this video topic, bringing black male, black woman bashers down the side. I want to deal with that topic maybe next Sunday. I already got it scheduled. So hopefully if everything go right, I want to deal with that topic and put them guys in check. Because you know how I do it here. I always roll with the sisters, and the things that these people be saying is nonsense. They have to know. They have to know that it's nonsense. It don't make no sense for us to be calling ourselves men with this type of behavior. On that note, let me get out of here. You enjoy your Sunday. Catch some of the game, nothing wrong with it. But our top priority certainly is soul liberation. On that note, as Dr. Neely's always said, I wish us love, peace, and soul.